Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 6 of my Starting From Scratch series. And as you can see, I come up against this team here. His chemistry is quite poor. He's got only 37 chemistry, although he does have the almighty Joe Hart in goal, who almost seems unstoppable at times, but I didn't reckon that Joe Hart had too good chemistry, so I was hoping that he wasn't going to be as overpowered as usual. Nevertheless, I'm storming on with this team. I'm making a lot of ground with it, I suppose. They're Obasi, I believe, or Luis Gustavo. I did mention in the last video that Luis Gustavo did have a nice rocket on him, and that kind of proves that he is a bit of a beast. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode, because there are quite a lot of really nice goals. Well, not really nice, but there are some good looking goals, I suppose you could say. And you guys all asked for that in the previous episode where I asked you, and a lot of you guys left comments saying you'd rather see maybe like 4-0 wins with good goals instead of 8-0 thrashings with some trampiness in and about there. Anyways, I come up against this side who had I'd say a little bit of a better team, very similar though. He was in the 4-2-2 formation though, and that formation along with the 4-1-2-1-2 formation are two formations I find really hard. And take a look at that. Take a bow, Kagawa. What an absolute strike that is. That was a nice rainbow flick followed by a volley. Let's get a look at that again. There it is, and smack. Yes, the keeper probably was, I didn't actually manage to check, but I can't remember right at the beginning, but it probably wasn't that great of a keeper. And if it was, then it probably wasn't on good chemistry. So yeah, I mean, Kagawa is scoring some great goals. He's got a fantastic shot on him, and just in general really good. Here I'm kind of toying with him and not knowing exactly what to do, but I took it right up to the keeper again and managed just to chip him, and goes into the corner. I am starting to warm up a little bit more to Obasi this time. I'm still very skeptical of Shirley, Shoe Early. You guys know I don't have a clue how to say it. Nevertheless, the star player of this team continues to be Kagawa, but unfortunately he gets injured, and that was an absolute blow. I was really hoping that he would do well, but then again, I have to keep remembering to check out the fitness, because if your player goes below, I'd say about 75 fitness, he is very much injury prone, and I completely forgot there, and I should have taken him out when he was around the 80 fitness mark, and I really should have done better. But you can't forecast these sort of things. But nevertheless, he was out for 3 games, and 3 games, that's quite a lot of games in an RTG, especially when he's like the key player. He's the one scoring all the nice goals. Anyways, I was scrolling through here looking for contracts, trying to pick things up cheap, as you do, being the tramp that I am, just picking up things for cheap, and just keeping the clock ticking, really. I mean, I'm still looking to purchase a Podolski, a center forward version in the 4-2-3-1 formation, but unfortunately I just didn't have enough coins. He is going for about 2.3 to about 3,000 coins. There are a few actually that I did see that was listed for about 4,000, 5,000 coins, but guys, if you just wait a little bit, you will be able to pick him up for around 2,000 coins. But unfortunately, I'm gonna have to play a few more games in order to reach that 2,000 to 3,000 coin mark. Anyways, you guys saw there that I bought a couple gold contracts when I really didn't need them, but I managed to pick them up for 200 coins, and if you can do that, you put your buy now maximum for 200 coins, then you can just simply put them back up for about a 300 buy now, and you've made a 100 coin profit. Yeah, that is not much at all. That's peas to most people, but when you're doing an RTG or something like this, then it does become quite important, because even just 100 coins, and say you do that like 10 times, that's 1,000 right there. You've made 1,000 coin profit. So it can be quite useful, although it is quite time consuming. Nevertheless, guys, one of my right back got an injury, and I decided, you know what, it's not worth putting him out because I had no one to replace him. So I simply just went and bought a completely new one. I can't remember his exact name. Again, I missed it, but nevertheless, I come up against this team, and he had Kanji. That he was in the left wing position there, if you guys want to go back and check, who is my favorite bronze player, and he's just an absolute stunner. But unfortunately, this guy couldn't do too much damage with him, and obviously bronze players are far more effective when they have 9 chemistry. So that's just a little tip there, that Kanji is an absolute animal, and I did do a video on him to those interested. Feel free to check that out. I'm sure if you just scroll through my videos, I think the title of it is best bronze player or something like that. But yeah, so he had a few players. He had SEN in the middle there. He had a nice silver left back as well. So it was kind of stacked up against me, but fortunately Obasi here jinxing in and about the defense, and plays a nice ball out, and he just finishes at home there. Trash my man Trash managed to finish it. And there is a goal coming up later from Trash, which is an absolute peach, and you guys will really enjoy it. Nevertheless, that guy managed to pull out a header, but unfortunately it wasn't enough, and I came out with a victory 3-1 there. But the penalty was a bit soft, but nevertheless, a penalty is a penalty, and that's something I'd like to see them fix in FIFA 13, to be perfectly honest with you, just because I do feel as though the pens, like sometimes they'll just completely swipe the legs out and you won't get one. Next time it might just budge you over, and then you end up getting a penalty given against you, and it drives me absolutely up the wall, some of the refereeing decisions. So I think and I'm pretty sure most of that is down to the new impact engine that they put in for FIFA 12, but I am confident that hopefully they've worked on it and improved the impact engine and the referee decisions, the algorithm for that. So hopefully in FIFA 13 we'll have slightly more accurate refereeing decisions. Anyway, I come up against this guy here, Super Monkey with a couple E's, but I mean a couple threes instead of the E's, and he gets a very nice goal there with Valba, and I take nothing away from him there. That was nice. It was just outside the box, but nevertheless, I mean, I was getting really lucky here. I swear I had about 3 Sam 5000 rebounds there, but sometimes things just go your way, and fortunately that time it went for me. But there I pressed the X button and then volley at home. I mean, that wasn't the nicest of looking goals, but you know, I just needed to get the goal. Anyways, guys, take a look at this. My man Trash steps up from 37 yards out. He's going to put quite a bit of power on this. I think I was actually looking at my FM12, see how I was doing in game just as I took this. But he winds it up. How about that? From a non-rare centre defensive mid, Trash as well. Fancy that, how ironic. And manages to put that away. That was a really nice free kick, if I don't say so myself. Anyways, I was just kind of toying with the defender there. 3-1. I was looking for a way to make it slightly more interesting, the goals, but unfortunately it fell to Gustavo, and I just let him rip with his left boot. So that pretty much seals it up for this episode. Thanks a lot, guys, for watching, and I really do appreciate it. And if you guys could leave a comment and a rating, that would be much appreciated. And I hope to see you guys about next time. Bye-bye.